Hey guys, this is Patty B within the Hauler. I got another firearm I'd like to share with y'all. This is the Kel Tec P32, chambered in 32 ACP. Go ahead and make sure she's clear. Yeah, the P32 is a polymer frame double action hammer fired micro pistol, chambered in 32 ACP and designed for the concealed carry market. Unlike most 32s, this thing is a Browning style short recoil versus direct blowback, which is a good thing because it gives you a lot less size and a lot less weight. These pistols have been around for over 20 years and have gone through a couple generations. This is a Gen 2. I think the biggest difference is the shape of the slide and the design of the extractor. But I just picked this up. I got it used, got a really good deal on it. Couldn't turn it down. So, whenever I get a good deal, yeah, I'm probably going to take it home. But you can see it's got a little finish wear on it, but it seems to be in good shape. The specs on this, it's got a 2.7-inch barrel, and this thing weighs 8 ounces on my scale with an empty magazine, which is crazy light. The magazine holds 7. So if you put 8 rounds on the scale with the gun and the magazine, it still only weighs 10 ounces, which is just insane. This thing is so small and so light. People refer to this as an underwear gun because you can conceal it no matter what you're wearing. I guess you can stuff this in your speedo or do whatever you want. It's just amazing how small and light it is. We'll hit the features on this. You've got this nice little polymer grip here that has a decent amount of traction for what it's for. It is so short though, if you got thick fingers like I do, I can basically only get a finger and a half on the grip, and that second one just barely sits on there. But I think we'll be able to manage the brutal recoil from the 32 with just having a finger and a half on there. Magazine release is plastic and super tiny, but fast mag changes probably aren't what this thing is made for. No beveling on the mag well. It only comes with 1 magazine anyways. If you want more, you're gonna have to buy it from Kel Tec. And I do think they make larger mags for this. So if you feel like you need to, you can order it from Kel Tec. The trigger on this, kind of like a double action revolver. Long and heavy. Stacks a little at the end. There it goes. Show you the reset. It has to come all the way out. There's like a false reset. And there's the reset. So long and heavy, but fairly smooth. Not too bad for what this thing was designed for. The slide on this, really small, really thin. Not super easy to get a whole lot of traction on it trying to rack it, but the spring weight isn't that heavy, so it's not that hard. Just try to get a good grip on it. Sights on this, minimal at best. Of course, they're fixed, and you just have little built-in sights. Really small, no color to them. Not the easiest thing in the world to use, but this thing wasn't meant to shoot at 30 feet. This thing was meant to shoot at about 5 feet. But we'll see what we can do with it. But yeah, very rudimentary sights. Disassembly on this. You do need a little tool, or you can use an empty case, but you need to pry this little pin out right here. Pop the pin out. It comes right off. Give you a look inside the slide and the lower there. Recoil spring and guide rod, not captive, and it is a 2-spring setup. And there's your little baby barrel. Installation is just the opposite, of course. There's a lot of flex in that polymer guide rod. Slide it back on, take your pin, and pop it back in. So like I said, I haven't shot it, Looking forward to taking outside, ringing some steel, and then we'll come back in and tell you what I think about this thing. All right, we're back here about 7 yards. We got some Privy Partisan FMJs. Let's see what we can do with this thing. All right, not bad. You can only get a finger and a half on this, but the recoil is very minimal, and hey, not bad for first shots. All right, step back to 12 yards, see what we can do. All right, not too bad. The trigger's long, but it's fairly smooth. Sights are terrible. Black sights, I'm shooting black plates. Not super easy, but not doing too bad. All right, those targets are between 15 and 18 yards. Let's see what we can do. All right, not too shabby with a little pocket rocket. All right, just because we can, let's try that 25-yard plate. All right, missed a couple, but I'll be honest, I didn't expect to be able to hit that 25-yard plate consistently. Not a bad little shooter. All right, back inside from shooting the P32. Make sure she's clear. And yeah, had a little bit of fun with this thing today. I put 150 rounds through it, which isn't a whole lot, but 0 malfunctions, which is always good to see. And I shot it a little better than I thought I would. I thought I would struggle past 15 yards or so, and this thing wasn't that bad. The sights are terrible. The trigger's okay. It's heavy, but it's fairly smooth. And if you try real hard, you can get decent shots out at range with this thing. So the P32, what's its competition? What does it stack up against? Well, you've got other smaller sized 32 ACPs like the Beretta Tomcat. I think the Beretta is definitely a better made weapon, but it's also significantly fatter. As you can see here, I do like the Beretta, but for being such a small cartridge in 32, it's definitely a bigger, fatter gun, but it's also probably a little bit easier to shoot. I think its main competition would be something like the Ruger LCP or even the Kel Tec. I think it's the P380, the 380 version of this. Because these pistols are pretty much the same size. Yeah, the LCP is bigger, but it's only marginally bigger. And, if you're going to choose between 32 and 380, I would probably take 380 every time. I think 32 is enough. If this is what you have, or if you're recoil shy, and want to shoot this over 380 because it recoils less, I would definitely rather have this than a sharp stick. If you're in a dark alley and a guy's got a knife and you have a choice between this and a knife, you're definitely going to take this, because I don't think anyone out there is tough enough to take, 8 rounds of 32 ACP to the chest and walk away. This definitely is the most concealable pistol I have. The LCP is almost as small and almost as light, but not quite. This is definitely the most deep cover concealable, pistol that I know of. I'm sure there's something smaller, but as far as I'm aware, this is it. It's actually fairly shootable. The sights are terrible. I wish they just had a little bit more to them. But hey, not a bad gun. Crazy easy to conceal, and a whole lot better than a sharp stick. Well, there you go, guys. Kel Tec P32. Y'all have a nice day.